Check it out. So, I bought these cards from someone. I had an ad posted, and for 800 bucks, I bought these. These are all autos. So, according to the list here, 1,364 cards from like professional sets, that being non-draft, and 560 cards from draft sets. That's like Press Pass, Sage, etc. So, we got these 3 boxes here. I'm not going to do them all in one video. I haven't gone through these, but we'll start with this small box here. Okay, let's get started. These are all rubber band in. That's cool. I see an Autographics card on the bottom. I love that set. So let's see what we got. Here's the Autographics card. Sam Mitchell. Like I said, these are all autos. Alright. William Avery. Knockbar. It's not bad. Jonathan Bender. Better than a common. Hibedrons. Chris Mim. His stuff actually sells pretty good, believe it or not, for being a scrubby dude. We got a Barbosa. See, it's a scratched up case, but Barbosa, that's nice. Kwame Brown auto. I might have to keep that. And on the back, that's kind of cool. But yeah, Kwame Brown. Former first overall pick. Josh Childress. That dude went to Stanford. That's nice. Kirk Heinrich. So his stuff actually sells pretty good. Next we have him. That's Chris Mim. Yep. Flip these over. Some are upside down. Is that Sasha Pavlovic? I'm sorry, I call him Sasha. Alexander Pavlovic. Utah Jazz player. What do we have here? Is that Korver? Okay, Kyle Korver. His stuff was pretty good. He was such a good three-point shooter. Is this Travis Best? Nope, Al Harrington. Okay, so we got Al Harrington. He's better than a common. This is nice. Mo Williams. So lots of semi-stars and, role players. So some commons in here. Sam Clancy, definitely a common. Anderson Varejo. He was popular for a minute. Trevor Ariza, right? I recognize some of the just by seeing the player. That's Ariza. Who's this? Keith Bogans. Didn't recognize him. Finally, this is a cool looking card. It's this guy actually, I think he died. I don't remember if he committed suicide or was murdered, but Eddie Griffin. Oops, I have this pile of cards here and it's totally gonna go falling down unless I move it. So I'm gonna put it up here where it's safe. At least safer. So yeah, I'll check these all for condition and stuff like that, and I'm gonna put them on this chair over here. All right, let's go with this pile next. I reckon. Looks like there's a couple hundred cards in here. In this box, the other 2 boxes are the bigger ones. Oops. All right, who we got? Here's oh, that's nice. Theo Ratliff, Autographics. He was a solid role player. Of course, these ones are all upside down. I'm gonna take a second and get these all right. Some are one direction and some are the other. Okay, these are all upside down. Okay, who we got here? Ruben Garces. This is a 99 2000. No, 2000, 2001. There's Juan Dixon. He had a decent career. Melvin Ely. You got Fred Jones. I call him Freddie Jones. Quincy Lewis. Utah Jazz. I don't even know if this guy played in the NBA. Malik Badian, I guess. I'm assuming he's French. Nope, he's born in Senegal. I think they have like a French influence, don't they? And it just shows his college stats. I doubt he played in the NBA. Jeff Newton, another scrub. Here we have, Stephen Hunter. He was on Orlando. He had an alright career, but didn't do too well. Brandon Bass, he had a couple good years. This is Nadudi Eby. Probably pronouncing his first name wrong. So we're hitting a thing of, oh, that's a nice one right here. Glenn Rice. He's a nice signature. I might PC that. Oh, yeah, see, here's another nice card. Sean Marion, and these signed the Times. These were popular, and this is 2000. I'm going to probably be PC in a couple of these. Kerry Kittles, this is actually nice. So this is from, trying to find a year. I'm looking at the back here. 98. So this is like a, you know, they've only been doing autos a couple years. So that's Kittles. Nice auto. I might keep that one. Nick Collison. I knew somebody that used to trade for OKC guys. Desmond Mason. I think he might have been a dunk champion. Who we have here is another Theo Ratliff. Nice signature. Here we have, oh, I'm going to keep this. Michael Olowokandi. That's cool. And Alexis Ojinka. I have a ton of his autos. They're just commons. On the back here, this is an interesting looking dude. Oh, DJ White. That's right. DJ White. So there's a couple good names in there. Glenn Rice. Kirk Heinrich so far. Some good semi-star guys. Glenn Rice stuff actually sells pretty good. I mean, he was definitely a semi-star, borderline. Definitely probably was a star for a couple of years. Okay, I'm going to have to, again, make these all go in one direction. Some of these are upside down. I do remember seeing them going through these cards. I think I went through this stack. It was one of the few stacks I went through when I was there. Hey, a baseball card snuck through. Yeah, some of these are upside down. Here we go. Oh, I'm definitely PCing this. This is 2000, so it's like a second year, but I used to be all about Mike Bibby, so that's a nice card. This is back when they actually on-carded stuff. Upper Deck definitely did it right. Alameen, all right player. This is Henry or Harvey, right? Yeah, Daniel Harvey. I recognize his picture. Jerome Moiso. Didn't recognize that one. Yep, Mike Dunleavy had an all right career. And we got here Jerome Beasley. Didn't do much. I love the autographics. This one actually is out of 100. I know these ones sell for more. We got, oh, shoot. I didn't know it was him. I'm keeping this. That is nice, dude. Sharif Abdul Rahim. Solid career. But you see it here, out of 100. I know those are more rare. I'm going to look at this one real quick. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Little corner damage maybe on the back corner. There. But yeah, that's nice. Jermaine O'Neal autographics. I love this set. So these are some decent names. The ones in good shape I usually keep. If it has some damage, I usually put them on ComC. But Sean Leonard. Is this... That's Jason Hart. Okay, he played for Utah for a minute. Not a great career. Lauren Woods, he was a guy people thought would pan out and didn't. This guy was a solid career. Martell Webster. He had a nice career. That's a nice card out of 129. Yep, 2005 6 overall pick. I don't think he played up to 6 overall, but he did have a nice career. Then we got Frank Williams, who played a couple seasons. Luke Ridenour. It's funny, actually. Ridenour had a solid career. Nothing great, but who we have here? Oh, another Raheem auto. That guy's sleeping on Sharif. Let me see the back. This one seems to be in a little bit better shape than that other one. I think this one has a little bit of a weird corner too. I'm the one that goes for like the high grade stuff. And we have Larry Hughes. I like Larry Hughes. He was a solid player. Semi-star for real. Okay, older ones like this of Asian players, they sell really well. So we have Hus Singjing. I sold his stuff before. It sells pretty well. And we have, this guy actually had a couple good years in the NBA, but his stuff doesn't sell for anything. Nenad Kristic. He actually had a couple good years. Another Mo Williams. He was definitely a semi-star. Had a nice long career. And a baseball card snuck in of Dan Ortmeyer. I'm not really familiar with him. I'll put this card off to the side. Throw it in with the baseball. So that was not bad. That Raheem is nice. I'm going to show you guys what I mean on this one corner. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Super kind of dismayed because I kind of want to keep this, but it has one kind of lame corner. It's the back corner. You probably can't see it. Yeah, I guess you kind of can, but it's not great. We'll see what they sell for. Maybe I'll hold on to it. I don't know. But I do like the high grade. I don't like damaged cards at all. Alright, I'm going to make sure none of these are upside down. Well, that's a really cool card. Yeah, there's some interesting... Oh, this is nice. There's some good names in here. Wait a minute. How'd this get in here? Okay, we got a Vince Carter Topps rookie snuck in. It's not signed. Ooh, there's some nice stuff in here. Some fan favorites. Ooh, WNBA check. And this guy just okay. There's some cool stuff in here. I should mention, like, the dude follows sports, so these belong to like the one lady's dad, and I actually know the lady, and I didn't know it was her when she responded to my ad, but I do know her. And so her husband went through these, and he like knows names and stuff. He likes sports, but I don't think he knows names as well as I do. But I mean, he obviously would take out the MJ. So we got this dude here, never heard of him, Jared Jeffries. But we were talking sports and stuff. Another big dog, Glenn Robinson. Does not get enough love. This one actually looks pretty nice. The case is all dirty and gross, but it's a pretty good big dog card. We'll see. I'll go through. Here's a WNBA of Delisha Milton. I'm not sure if she was good, but she's on the Sparks, so that's cool. I did see some good names in here. Howard Isley. Okay, not saying he's a good name, but he was on the Jazz. He was super underrated. Isley was solid. Good backup for Stockton. Corey Alexander. But I saw some good names when I was going and getting this pile good. I like this. Jelani McCoy was a solid role player. I've never seen this card of him. I might keep it because he's probably like one of his only autos. But I did see some solid autos. I think this is a baseball card here. Pretty sure, yeah, the Giants. So Merkin Valdez, it snuck in the box. I'm going to throw it here. But there was some solid in. Look at this. Kirk Heinrich. I didn't see that one. I saw 2 in a row that were solid, though. But yeah, that Heinrich at a 1250. That's nice. Who we have here? Oh, Ben Gordon. That dude was a solid offensive player. Had a long career. I know he's one of the first picks at a 300 here. That's nice. Some of these are just some guys I really like. This is one of the ones I saw, like Rip Hamilton. That's nice. Definitely a nice looking card. I'm going to be putting a lot of these aside. And this one I got excited about. Marcus Camby. Dude was solid. That's a nice looking Topps card. Lone Star Signatures. I had a ton of Lone Star Signatures. I think they were like football. And they were like scrubs. I don't know how I got them. But it was that set. Looked a little different. Ooh, Lamar Odom. That's Lamar Odom Clippers. That's old, and it's an autographics. And it's in pretty good shape. That's nice. Lamar Odom before he went over to the Lakers. That's nice. Ron Artest. See, there's some semi-stars in here. Fresh ink. That's nice. I don't think he signed very much. This is one I saw that I thought was cool when I was going through while you were watching me, and I was getting them all leveled. I know Mateen Cleaves had a kind of crappy NBA career, but he was solid in college. For Michigan State, that's a cool card. And we got Marcus Banks. He was all right. We got, who is this? Eddie Jones. No way. He was solid. Remember Eddie Jones on the Lakers? I wonder if he got traded to Charlotte for Vlade. Could have been. But this dude was solid. He was a fringe star for a couple years. Eric Barkley didn't pan out. Solid college player. Ruben Douglas. I have never heard of him. And then this snuck in Topps Vinsanity. Can you imagine if that was signed? All right. So that was a nice pile there. So this gives me an idea what to expect. So there's definitely semi-stars. All right. I see a Kareem Rush here on the top. Pull off this, broke that. So they use new rubber bands. Okay, so I'm going to flip some of these. Who's this? Okay, that guy's semi-star. I know someone that knows him. And then, okay. So it's kind of this, ooh, cool. Okay, this is cool. Okay, this dude, Mike Sweetney, I saw him in a G League game. He played for our team. Matt Frahey didn't do much. Here's another one, Ha-Seng Jin. So that's nice. That's money. Poor Delonte West. I think he's homeless now, doing drugs and things. It's a mess. I recognize this card. Oh yeah, Craig Speedy Claxton. Okay, that dude. I think he was Ohio State. Solid player. Not in the NBA so much, but I think he played a couple years. There's the EB again. Another Ridnour. Rodney White. Okay, I'm not really familiar with him. I remember this card though. They got it a holder there. I guess this guy, a lot of these cards he pulled. So here's a Capono. He was a good 3-point shooter. Another Mike Dunleavy. That one is this one. 0203 out of 500. And it's a refractor. So that's, I'm sure all those autos are refractors from that set. Is this Harvey again? No, this is Corey Maggette. I know someone that knows him. That was what I was saying. And we got oh yeah, Rashawn McLeod. I think he was on the Hawks, so I'm used to seeing him. Is that the same one or a different one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this dude played for the Hawks. We got a nice. Oh wow, check this out. Out of 25, Randy Foye, rookie. It's the kind of stuff you put on ComC and it sells for a decent amount. Randy Foye played for Utah. He had a good career though. There's Tamar Slay and the Kareem Rush. But yeah, that Randy Foye is nice. You know, somebody who's trying to complete that set of 25 cards, you can pretty much ask for a decent amount of money for that. You know what I'm saying? All right, here's another pile. I see another one of those Jin cards. So that dude didn't, make sure none of these are upside down. Dude wasn't aware of the kind of popularity of Asian players. Because I've sold some of his stuff for like 20, 30 bucks, which is just crazy. Didn't do anything in the NBA. It's kind of like this one dude who played for Utah, Rafael Rejo. He was from somewhere, I don't know if he was from Argentina or Spain. I think he was from Spain, yeah. He was like probably one of the first Spanish players, if not the first. And so his autos sell for stupid money. All right, there's Brian Cook, had an all right career. Collison. His stuff sold pretty good back in the day. This is a nice looking card. Is this Sonny Weems? Yep. I always get Sonny Weems stuff. Look at that pretty patch, though. I hope there's more stuff like that. Sonny Weems had a couple good seasons, but Vincent Yarborough. Here's another. Oh, wait. Okay, so here's Alexander Pavlovic. The other one had a different name, I think. And here we have TJ Ford. Solid player. Had a bad injury. Oh, nice. Right here. Check it. I think this is his rookie, too. Jason Terry. That's nice. 99. Yep. I think he was 99 2000. So that's a Jason Terry. That is a rookie autographics auto. I'm probably keeping that. And I'm looking at it here, and it looks pretty nice. The dude did, I don't know, did he? Yeah, he did use a penny sleeve in this one. I'm definitely keeping that. No Sione had a couple good seasons. Role player. Samuel Dallenberg, he was a shot blocker. Solid guy. Not worth anything, though. David West, he's another guy that had a decent career, but his stuff really doesn't sell for much now. Travis Outlaw, 3-and-D player, right? Solid. Marcus Banks, another role player. Wasn't bad. I think he's a point guard. We got here Bonzi Wells. He was in the 98-99 class. Solid career. I think this is what? 99-2000? Yeah, probably in the second year auto. Nice looking set, though. Here we have a Brian Grant. He's another guy. Solid semi-star. He was like a big dude. Him and Malone used to battle. Obviously, Malone was much better. But Brian Grant, you know, he had a couple seasons where he was close to 20 points a game. And Joey Graham didn't pan out. I think he had a brother in the NBA as well. John Salmons, solid role player, had a couple good seasons. Chris Duhon, he never really panned out too well. There's Eddie Curry, an underachiever, kind of like Kwame Brown. And another Joey Graham. This one's at 700 something. I don't know what the hell that is on the case. And this dude, Coco Archibong. He was a Laker, I guess. Free agent, not drafted. College, Pennsylvania. So I don't know why they made a card of this man. I doubt he played a second in the NBA, but who knows? Never heard of him. Probably got invited to camp, ended up playing in Europe or something. So here where I mentioned There's on top is a Ha-Seong-Jin. Make sure all these are facing up. Let's see. I'm a Utah Jazz fan, so actually this is like the one row that's all facing up. There's a couple Jazz cards in here. I don't really see anything. I'm going through fast, but I haven't. Okay, yeah, this is all pretty much commons and lesser guys. I didn't go through every name. I just quickly went through. Gordon Gierczak had a couple good years with Utah. Nothing great. Michael Doliak, I know I got that card. I was at a Desmond Mason. He was a role player. Had a couple good seasons. Here's Elvin Jones. Didn't play much. Tishawn Thompson, same. He didn't last long. Samuel Dalembert once again. Troy Bell. I think he had like one good season. By good, I mean double figures. Here's a Jonathan Bender. He was fun to watch. That's a nice Fleer Mystique from, that's an older one, yeah, 99-2000. Eaton Thomas, he had a couple good seasons. You know, I always remember him as a wizard. Who's this? Oh, Zoran Planinik. Played a couple seasons. I think he went to Europe then. Here's a 1975 Gierczak. I've seen it where they sign like these pieces of wood, but I think it was in a different parallel, so I'm not familiar with that one. There's Dan Gadzurek. Didn't last too long. This. Oh my gosh, yeah, Jeff Trepagnier had a couple seasons. Here's Roswell Butler. Salmons, so this isn't as fun of a stack. Reese Gaines, yeah, I remember him on Orlando. Didn't last. Charlie Villanueva had a couple, I would say more than that. I would say he had a halfway decent career. Greg Foster on Utah, I got that card. Here's a nice one, Jamal Tinsley, Jersey Auto. Oh yeah, was it Toscalese? No, this is a different dude. I'm not gonna pronounce it. It's a guy. He played a couple of seasons. Malik Bedian, I'm not familiar with him. E.B. Air, I'm not familiar with him either. Mo Will, that's a nice card. His stuff doesn't sell for much. He had a nice career though. There's a Christie. He was solid for a minute. Brett Blizzard, I don't even know if he played in the NBA. Oh yeah, this dude Spades, he was a super athletic freak. Good defender, solid player. Kirk Snyder, he kind of sucked for Utah. He was supposed to be solid, but he wasn't. JaVale McGee, I think his mom played basketball. He had a decent career. I'm sure you probably heard of him. Chris Carrawell, solid in college, didn't do anything in the NBA. Anthony Randolph had like one or two good seasons. Role player. Keon Dooling wasn't bad. I like Keon Dooling. And of course, here's that card I was talking about. That's nice. So I mean, for $800, it was kind of a no-brainer. I wasn't. They told me it was probably around like 1,200 cards. It's definitely more. I think they said they added to it, but I'm gonna try to buy some more from them. But I think most of the autos are here. And this a lot, but they claim they had like jersey cards and stuff and other stuff. Not a lot of vintage or anything like that. I'll make sure none of these upside down. That's a cool looking card. Who is that? Ooh, that's a nice card. This one it's toward the top. I've never seen that set before, so that'll be cool to see. A couple upside down. Yeah, it's this card of Marion. That'll be fun. So there's probably some names in this pile. Alrighty. Who's that? Can't tell. There's a sticker over his name. All right. I definitely have this card. Eric Barkley, never panned out. Mike Sweetney. Julius Hodge. So we got a couple just commons. Reese Gaines. Here's one I couldn't figure out. Who is this man? Salim Stoudemire. Yeah, he was solid in college and didn't pan out in the NBA. Tyrone Nesby didn't do much, but he got in that awesome autographic set. Dan Dickau. Reggie Slater. I'd never seen that card before of him. Obviously, I've seen autographics. But yeah, Reggie Slater, that's cool. Just another Chris Jackson. Nope, Troy Murphy. He had an alright career. It sounds like someone's giving birth upstairs on TV. Antonio Burks. Roderick Rhodes. Oh yeah, I hear baby crying. Scott Pollard, he had an alright career. But I love those autographics cards. Drew Gooden, he was solid. Had some good seasons. There's a nice card coming up. Chris Jeffries. But here's the card I saw, and this is definitely his rookie. Jason Terry. Yeah, I'll take, out of 2,500, I'll take Jason Terry rookie autos all day long. Here we have Martell Webster once again. I'm sure I have a couple of that card. I recognize this card from my wife, Sam Clancy. This is the card I was talking about. I don't think I've ever seen this card before, and it's of someone solid. It is a Sean Marion. Check that out, Jersey Auto. Principal's autographed jersey. I have never seen that card to my knowledge. Let's take a look at it here. 2003. That is a cool card. I'm going to check the corners. Good, they're nice because I'd like to keep this card. Oh, one corner's a little bit dented in the bottom. Can you see that? I might be able to straighten that a little bit, but that's a cool insert. Of course, it sucks when you like a card and it's like, oh, the one corner is a little messed up. Michael Petrus, solid defender, 3-and-D player, and Barbosa rookie. He had a decent career. He wasn't bad. So I would say, like, as far as stars go, the closest thing to a star in this pile. I mean, Jason Terry was solid, but probably like Sharif Abdul-Rahim. That's probably like the best career of these guys. Marion, though, he had a nice career too. Okay, here's some draft ones. Okay, looks like there's some nice names. Bobby Jackson, he was solid. Tito Maddox, I remember him. Not in the NBA though. BJ McKee. Ha! This is actually a cool card. I have this one. So I was wrong when I said there'd be no Michael Jordan autos. There's a guy who happens to be named Michael Jordan. It's not the Michael Jordan, but I know these are worth something because people collect it because he's got the name. It's Michael Jordan, but not the Michael Jordan. All right, we got this is nice. Eduardo Nahara, he was popular. And then we have an Al Harrington, nice career. And Devin George, who wasn't half bad. So there's a decent amount of solid names in those draft ones. That's kind of nice to see. I see on this pile, I recognize. Oh my gosh, Jacques Vaughn, he played for Utah. That's nice. Okay, these are another pile of just draft dudes. And these are all upside down. So I see a signature rookies card. That one's upside down. Oh, there's a nice name. Definitely a semi-star. Okay, so we'll go from the bottom. Okay, I never heard of him. DeAndre Houlette. William Avery. Yeah, he went to Duke. He was okay. Jonathan Bender, probably the best so far in this pile. Oh, nice. Jason Terry. This dude slept on Terry. So I like Press Pass. They had some nice looking cards, and that's nice, Jason Terry. Okay, Bubba Wells. Oh, that's not Bonzi Wells. This was nice. Michael Finley. He had a solid career. Dude was definitely a semi-star. Steve Hamer. I'm not familiar with him. Matt Harper in Utah Jazz. He was their announcer then. Solid career. He was tough. He was a football player. Oh, there's Bonzi Wells. We had Bubba. Now we got Bonzi. Tim Thomas. He had a decent career. He was 76er, of course. There's nice signature rookies. Brian Grant. I know he went to Xavier. But yeah, he had a decent career. Ruben Patterson. He was tough. He was a trailblazer. Yeah, good old Ruben. Now we have Bryce Drew. He was like a first-round pick, 98, 99. Didn't pan. I think Houston took him. Well, we got two of him. There's another William Avery. That's weird that they would let him use such a marker. Who we have here? Oh, Marvin Williams. This dude was he second overall in 05-06, I think? he had an all right pro career. He actually played for like, gosh, probably a dozen years, but never had that crazy good career. He probably played closer to 15 years. There's Corey Benjamin. Who's this? That can't be him. I think it is. Dude, there's no way. He threw a D-Will in here? No way. Dude. I love it. Dude, Darren Williams. I mean, this dude was an all-star. This dude was a star back in the day on Utah. So I'm shocked. Out of 150, this is going straight to my PC. I really hope this is in nice shape. It looks to be. Dude, this was the card. This dude was drafted before Chris Paul. He was, man, I'm shocked that he's in there. That's awesome. Definitely the best player auto, probably. Maybe him or Raheem. Okay, we have Jaquay Walls. I'm shocked about the D-Will. And this is the prettiest autograph, man. Jacques Vaughn played for Kansas. Solid college player. He had an all right pro career. I mean, he played for Utah. 97, so he definitely made it to the finals. Didn't win. MJ took him out. But I am shocked that, pleasantly shocked that there's a D-Will. I mean, I can see how he might not, that guy wouldn't know who D-Will is. But wow. I see a nice one. I just lifted this. There's a nice name under here. So, not in this pile, but the pile I'll go next. Okay, this is a pile of pro stuff. Oh man, here's a nice, oh, that's a rookie auto. Ooh, yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. So like, for instance, I don't think there'd be a Tim Duncan because most people know Duncan was solid. But he just let, there's someone in here that you're going to like. Because I sure like it. Actually, this is a nice auto in the bottom. Shane Battier, solid career, super smart dude. I think he went to Duke. Yes. Vladimir Stepania, he was all right. Ooh, okay, this one's like falling out of case. Jamal Crawford, he had a nice career. Semi-star. Kevin Martin, this dude could have been better. He was definitely a semi-star. He could have been a legit star, I think, if he applied himself. There's John Salmons. There's a Varejo. What is this? That's not numbered. I'm kind of surprised. Looks like a parallel. But there's an auto in here. You're going to be like, what? It's of someone who was definitely a star. Troy Hudson here. It's not Troy Hudson. Who's on the back? Jason Collins. Okay, he played for you. That was, his twin played for Utah. Jason played for New Jersey, not for very long. Hollis Price. Mario Austin. Okay, we got Rashawn McLeod. There he is, not in the Atlanta jersey. George Lynch, he had a decent career. Lots of autographics. I bet that guy had some that he pulled out of here that were solid. Stars. There were a lot of stars in that set. Nene Hilario, he had a nice career. Okay, Tariq Abdul-Wahad. Well, you know who that is. Nice career. Elliot Perry, he was all right. He was a role player. Look at him in those funny little shoes. I don't know what those are. Now here's a card. Oh, I'm gonna look at the back, make sure it's in nice shape because this is nice, and it is. And this is rookie auto too, 100%. It might be his second year. Yeah, no. I think this is definitely his rookie auto because he wasn't 98, 99. This guy was 99, 2000. Who am I talking about? This is rookie auto 99 2000 NBA. Who do you think? Stevie Franchise, baby. Look at that. That's going to my PC. That's so nice. Dude was a solid player. He was a star, man. Stevie Francis. That's nice. We got Freddie Jones. But look at that. I feel like I shouldn't skip over this. So we had the D-Will, but this is like next level. Probably the nicest auto so far. Hopefully there's something nicer. But yeah, man, Steve Francis, rookie auto. Love it. There's a Freddie Jones. Hi, LeVar Postel. And finally, a Steve Blake. But man, that Steve Francis, you have to know who he is. You know, that guy had to have known. Stevie Franchise. I think Yeah, got drafted by the Grizzlies, right? And didn't want to play there. So here's a nice name. I mentioned this when I saw it being exposed when I lift the thing up. So that's on the top, so that'll be the last one. I'll flip these around. Some auto. Oh, dual auto. Oh, that's actually nice. It's a decent name there. Okay, this is fun. Martell Webster. Oh, this is nice. AK-47, Andrei Kirilenko. That's a nice auto. He did not sign a lot. This dude was definitely a semi-star. That's nice. I can totally see how you'd skip over on him. That's either his, might be a second-year card. There's a Corver rookie auto in a dirty case. Chris Dix, but it's out of 100, so that's the more rare one. Who we have here? Oh, that's Ridenour. Here's a Mike Sweeney. Reese Gaines. Speedy Claxton. I feel like we've gone through this before. Who's this? Chris Herron. Quincy Lewis from Utah. Casey Jacobson. I only have to look at some of these names. I know that's Casey. Let's just make sure it was signed by him, because in the background you see Penny Hardaway. That would have been cool, wouldn't it? If it was a Penny auto. Marcus Haslip. Here's a nice one. A Casey Jacobson auto, but on top we got Amari Stoudemire. That's cool. That's nice. Here's another Glenn Big Dog Robinson. I can see the back corner is a little bit messy, but Glenn Big Dog, that's nice. Here we have Kwame Brown, 2001, 2002. So I'm not sure if that's his rookie or not, but it's a nice looking auto. Kwame Brown. Trajan Langdon, he was solid at Duke. I don't know why he didn't pan out. He was from like Alaska. He didn't pan out. Chris Borchardt, Utah picked him. He was made of glass. Didn't last at all. Here we have, let's see who this is. Oh, Josh Smith. This dude was definitely a semi-star. He was a big dude. He doesn't look too big here in this picture. He was kind of a high flyer then, but then he got big. Nice career, though. Talented player. And then here's Joe Smith. That's, okay, he looks a little bit different in this. So Joe Smith, definitely first overall pick. Yeah, Golden State, 95. I remember that. Had some good seasons. Definitely a semi-star. Nice looking auto. But yeah, Joe Smith. And then here's the one I was excited about. Tayshaun Prince auto. That's nice. So definitely a lot of semi-stars. I mean, that one team, you know, that was Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton. They were champions, I think, twice. They were solid. That was around like 05 area, 04, 05, something like that. They were just a great defensive team. All right, let's go with this pile instead. Make sure they're all facing the same direction. These are like draft. These are upside down. Yeah, I know that guy died. These are draft autos. That's on Duke. Oh yeah, I remember him. Okay, so there's NC Marvin Williams. We talked about him. Chris Duhon. He's Duke. There are a bunch of Duke players here. Yeah, Daniel Ewing. I think that's Patrick Ewing's son. I could be wrong, but I think so. AJ Bramlett. I know he had a son that played. That's probably him. Michael Dickerson. He was 98, 99 rookie. He had a solid career. Him, like Coutinho Mobley. Steve Francis. We have here. Oh, okay. Same card. Michael Dickerson. And here we have, Brian Skinner. He was a Clipper. 98, 99. Played for a little bit. Here's DeMarco Johnson. Here we have Trey Braggs. I know he played for a little bit. William Avery. Might have to make a Duke lot. Darius Miles. This dude was it back in the day. That's nice. Darius Miles. 99, 2000, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, This is 2000. He was a rookie 99 2000. Was he second pick by Cleveland? And that's cool. He's wearing a USA jersey. Yeah, that's cool. Deshaun Stevenson had a nice career. Utah drafted him. This is the one that passed away. Robert Traylor. Romain Sato didn't do anything in the league. Luol Deng. Okay, that's pretty nice. He was definitely a semi-star. He played for a long time. I mean, this guy I think was like mid-30s, late 30s when he retired. Probably more like late. Sasa Vucevic, he was a Laker. That Dang, that's cool. And he's wearing a Duke uni at 250. All right, Jacques Vaughn. We talked about him. Nice auto. Brad Miller, this dude overachieved. I didn't know he went to Purdue. This dude was solid on Sacramento with his headband. Remember that? Tyronn Lue, you know him. Tyronn Lue, the coach. NBA champion coach. Solid career. I get tired. And I know there's a Jarrell Sasser. This is a Jason Sasser. Probably his bro or something. So some good names. Got 2 more piles. And then we'll call it quits for the night. I'm going to have to go through the condition of these. So we got the pro pile and the college pile, looks like. And so we'll go through the pro one first. These are all upside down. Yeah. Oh, who's this? Oh, that's cool. All right. Some of these are just upside down. Oh, that's a nice card. I like that. I thought might be his rookie. These are really going both directions here. Okay. This is not an autograph, so this snuck in. It's card numbered 110 out of 110, though. It's Antonio Burks. Yeah, that's not autograph. Cool card, though. All right, we got Chris Wilcox, had a decent career. Brendan Haywood, same can be said about him. Oh, Hideo Turkoglu. Yeah, this dude was definitely solid. Remember him and Peja and Chris Webber up there in Sacramento? Mike Bibby, they were stacked. It's funny that this is in this pile because this is clearly a pro card, some of them. So there's a mix here. Felipe Lopez. Here's a nice one. Rashard Lewis. I mean, that dude was definitely a semi-star. This dude, just athletic freak who could shoot. Daniel Harvey. Wishes he was Rashard Lewis. We got Pepe Sanchez. I remember hearing about him, but he didn't do nothing. Zach Randolph. That's a nice card. Just like a mix of pro and draft stuff, so that's nice. This one I got excited about because this is definitely his rookie. I would say this is, what, 99 2000. Yep. Look at the back. Looks pretty good. Yeah, this is a nice rookie auto on card of Baron Davis. This dude is a semi-star / star. In his early days, definitely a borderline star. Baron Davis. Othello Harrington. Michael Petrus. We talked about him. 3-and-D kind of guy. Solid. Ryan Humphrey. This guy was supposed to be good. I think he schooled Carlos Boozer at like the one-on-ones before they were drafted, and then he did nothing. He played like maybe a year. Sergey Listoke. I'm not familiar with him at all. Rashawn McLeod. Okay, I thought this was a cool looking card, and I was like, oh, Stevenson. I didn't know he was in the set. Nice. Yeah, nice career. I know he played for Dallas for a while after he was with Utah. Jerome Beasley. Probably a couple other teams too. We have here Von Wafer. Remember him? Everyone's excited. He was a Laker and nothing. I'm going to look at the back. Oh, this is nice. He was a first overall pick, I think. Oh, no. He was second overall. Who was first, I wonder, in 04? Well, we know that. Here we go. Emeka Okafor. And we got Robert Swift didn't pan out. He was supposed to be a big, tall dude. How tall was he? 7 feet even. And we got, oh yeah, this dude, Sebastian Telfair, was supposed to be like the street baller. He had a nice career as a whole. And this is Josh Smith, I do believe. No, it's not. It's Darrell Wright. I saw the Heat. I thought he was wearing a Hawks jersey. So, no, that's Darrell Wright. And then I'll throw these out of the way. And we got one more. And this looks like draft stuff, but it could be mixed up. All right, let's make sure these are all facing the same way. They're not. Ooh, that's a nice auto. There's actually one of the most well-known college players from one of the best college teams in here. That's interesting that you would include that. Okay, so I'm surprised. That one auto I'm definitely keeping because like I said, he played for one of the best college teams of all time, definitely. So we got Antonio Burks, Bryce Drew. Look at him shooting. Trey Braggs, Lorenzen Wright, McDonald's. I have this card of Darius Miles. This was probably the one to pull back in the day. Yeah, Elton Brand. So I know he was the number 1 overall pick. Look at that. It's a nice card. Nice card. Then we got Jason Hart. Wonder if he's related to Josh Hart. Then we have Damian Wilkins. You could say, I wonder if he's related to Dominique. Probably not. They don't really, well, maybe. Then we got, I'm not familiar with this guy, Brian Collins. Like Urian, because he signed through his name. That's a cool card. Oh, this is a Joe Smith. Okay, so top 10 signature rookies. It's numbered. I'm looking to see if there's any sort of COA on it. Oh, yeah, they did on the back. It's a cool looking card. Doesn't look real, does it? But Josh Smith auto. Harold Jameson. That's a really nice autograph he has, but I'm not even sure. So 1999. I'm not even sure if he was drafted, but check that out. Harold, you had a good auto. Wonder what he's doing now. We got Anthony Carter. I remember him on the Miami Heat. We got okay. Look at that. J. Will. Look at this. Dude, really? That's going to my PC as well. Because I would love to have. I mean, this has got to be worth a decent amount. Because I know his college stuff sells good. In college uni. That's crazy. You hear the people on TV cheering because that is nice. That's a J. Will. Love it. Vincent Hamilton. Oh, look. Carlos Boozer. That's a nice auto. I'm getting a lot of bangers out of this. I thought there'd be a lot of commons, but that's a nice Carlos Boozer auto. Numbered out of 100. He was an early second round pick by Cleveland. Remember that? And then Utah stole him. Brandon Mooten. Who is this guy? Zendon Hamilton. Not familiar with him. There's a nice Jelani McCoy. Primoz Brezek. He had 1 or 2 good years. Corliss Williamson. Really? Okay. What year was that? 2000. So he definitely, this was not his rookie card. It was a, yeah, you see here it says 95 lottery picks. So yeah, I remember him being on the Sacramento Kings and being solid. So I think, they brought some guys back. They were like, you're solid in the NBA. Sign with us. I know there were some bigger names in this set. But yeah, you got Corliss. This is the card I was really excited about. Let me check out the back here. That's a nice card. It says authentic signature. So, remember I told you this guy is from one of the best college teams of all time. So this is a 95 card. I can't believe it. Look at that. Juwan Howard. Ham. Remember the Fab Five? It was like Jimmy King, Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose. They were stacked, man. They had like one other guy. Oh, that Stardust, who I can't think of yet. Jimmy Key was one of them. Jimmy Key or Jimmy King, right? But those other ones, that's nice. I love that. I'm probably gonna hold on to that one just because that's cool. And we got a nice out of 3,000 Glenn Big Dog Robinson rookie auto. Surprised that they numbered it out of 3,000. I'm gonna see on the front here if there's any sort of like sticker, because it's not. They just numbered the back. I don't see any sort of stamp. Oh no, it does say autograph card down here. Okay. That's really cool. I got, what, maybe 5 Glenn Big Dog Robinson? Or I'm mixing them up with Raheem, maybe. Here's a nice one, Antoine Walker. This guy made like 200 million over his career and gambled it all away, which is crazy. So don't gamble. But he had a nice, he was a solid player. Remember him on Miami, of course, Boston. Probably some other teams. Here's Justin Reed. Last card is Lionel Chalmers. So that was the basketball. I don't know if there's any more basketball. There's like 2 boxes. I think there's a ton of football. Maybe we'll see some names in there. But, I mean, there were some solid names in here. Let me tell you. We had that J. Will, that Bibby, a bunch of Jason Terry, Sharif Abdul-Rahims, that D. Will. I mean, this is panning out. I mean, it's wild. So there's definitely some solid names here. So I'm looking forward to going through and seeing what I get in the football and baseball. But, yeah, hope you enjoyed watching this, because I enjoyed going through these. So I'm going to check the condition. Tons of stuff I'm going to PC. Tons of good autos, and then tons of stuff I'll just be selling in my lots. Some stuff will go on ComC. But, I mean, I'm so far so good. I mean, look at the stuff I pulled. I would say I'm it'd probably be about at least $600 worth of stuff just from the basketball. So I'm ahead of the game. So I'm pretty happy about that. So thanks for watching. And, you know, next I'll probably do the baseball and I'll save the football for last. But thank you. And when I get a chance, I'll do that. And I'm going to have to upload these videos.